You tune into the Sportscast with Brian, Craig, and Jeff. Give you all the sports news you need. We give you outspoken thoughts about all the headlines. We talk baseball, football, hockey, and more. No matter the topic, we cover it. Get ready for the show and keep it outspoken. Keep it outspoken. We keep it outspoken only on the Sportscast. Tune into the Sportscast with Brian, Craig, and Jeff. Give you all the sports news you need.
Technical difficulty. Hey guys, welcome into episode 215. We are going to give you a week one pick'em. That threw me off too, Craig. That threw me
Yeah,
off too.
clearly my computer just decides to do what it wants to do.
We're your hosts, Brian and Craig, here on the Outspoken Network. Craig, how's it going, buddy?
Howdy.
All right, guys. Well, as you all know, tomorrow's opening week for the NFL. We're super excited. We're super stoked for that. I know you guys are as well. Just most of us be sitting on the couch tomorrow and excited. I got a buddy in my neighborhood who's a Bears fan. Obviously, I'm a Packers fan.
Sorry for both of you.
Yeah. And when we face each other, we usually get together and either hang out here or go somewhere or go to his house. And tomorrow we're going to go to Boomer Jack's probably and watch the game together and hopefully come out with a Green Bay victory. But we'll go through this game. So real quick, let's get into some college football here, though, Craig. Your team's playing right now. You're a Michigan fan. Who are they playing today?
UNLV.
So
Real
it should be
Barnburner should be like
Yeah.
38-0 at half.
Yeah, and the first 2 weeks here, and I talked about it on the episode last week, is I've been disappointed in the matchups this week, and last week, and the really last week college football was on all Saturday, and then they played some on Sunday, and then they even played some on Monday, and then games that they picked for Sunday night and Monday were just not. I mean, we had one game, which was the LSU Florida State game, which turned out to be a blowout, but that was supposed to be too big.
Yeah, 2 top 10s at least.
I'm fine with that, but the other games, especially the Monday night game, you had Duke and Clemson, and Duke pulled the upset, but it was 20. I mean, it was a blowout. Clemson was lethargic. So I'm a little disappointed. And this week's games are probably even worse. I mean, the best matchup you're going to have is tonight is Texas and Alabama. So I think we're all kind of getting ready for that game to come on. And
the first couple of weeks are, when you're non-conference, you schedule that on purpose. It is to just kind of get tuned up for your conference game. So you really rarely have what you had last week in a TCU losing to a Colorado. When they scheduled that, Colorado had one win. They didn't know that Deion Sanders was going to come in and bring in, all of his recruits from the transfer portal and have 57% of his team in the transfer portal. He's got like the second most transfer portal kids in the college football. If that doesn't exist, then it doesn't matter if Prime shows up or not. He wasn't going to be able to resurrect the program that quickly. The transfer portal has allowed you to resurrect a program overnight almost.
yeah,
And so when TCU scheduled that, they scheduled Cupcake Colorado, not Prime Prep Academy, Colorado, and so the TCU gets bit in week 1 and probably puts a very large dent in their season because Prime Prep Academy comes rolling into Colorado and wins a game, and they win again today, and they rush the field like they have never won football games in their entire life. So
yeah, they're already better record than they were last
100%.
year. And
You've already doubled your win total from last year, and you're in week 2. So wait till they play Oregon, who hung 81 week 1, and USC the following week with Caleb Williams. Let's see how he does against that.
Yeah, and I bet Prime cringed a little bit when the fans rushed the field.
Oh, 100%. He was
Nebraska.
walking off the field. He was walking off the field with the security guards around him, just like, oh, God.
Yeah, this is nothing. Act like you've been here before,
100%.
type of thing.
And I bet he says that in the press conference.
Yeah. They didn't play all that well today against Nebraska. Nebraska just
the first half, Nebraska hung around.
Nebraska should have been ahead, but their quarterback couldn't hold on to the football.
Yeah.
Second half was a little different story. You've got Ohio State winning big. You've got Penn State 63-7. Utah barely beat Baylor by a touchdown.
Maybe the Ohio State kids will back off on the fire Ryan Day, petition they were signing last week.
So you also got Oklahoma and SMU. Going to find out if SMU can hang with the big boys, but
yeah, probably not.
Oregon's going to kill Texas Tech. And then, big game tonight. So we're excited it's back, though. Excited it's back. Who's TCU play tonight?
Nicholls State. Yeah. If it's not 30-0 at halftime, it'll be surprising.
Yeah.
And they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna be mad because they got beat last week, so they're gonna take it out on somebody.
Yeah. Poor Nicholls.
So yeah.
All right, let's get into the football week 1, baby. Week 1, Thursday night started, and my gut told me to pick the Lions. I said, no, I'm not doing it. I can't go against Kansas City. We've talked about this, and the question I'm asking you, Craig, from this game, did the Lions win it or did the Chiefs lose it?
Well, I'm in a little bit of both because I think the Lions forced the mistakes that the Chiefs made, Now, I say that. Kadarius Toney had the most horrendous game of his career.
If he catches that third down ball,
he catches any of the ones he throws to him, it's a different game. But give credit to the Lions for forcing Mahomes to be uncomfortable. Give credit to the Lions for hanging around and not giving up when deal. Give credit to Dan Campbell, who on the second drive of the game on 4th and 2 on your own 18-yard line has the stones of deal and runs a fake punt up the middle. My brother screaming, no, yes, that's the greatest call ever. But if you don't get it, it changes the whole complexity of the game. So, I mean, you give the Lions credit for putting themselves in that position. Those are the games that they lost that we were talking about. The one score down to the last minute. Those are all the games they lost last year. I bet 6 of their 8 losses last year were by one score fluke, last play of the game type deal. So you expected something like that to happen. And finally, tides have turned and they won a game like that.
They go into the defending champions on the road, and they win the ball game. They fought hard. They played good. They looked really good.
You went into a hostile situation and you won a football game.
Goff hasn't thrown an interception, and I don't know. We know what the record was, but he's third all-time record of how many passes between throwing and interception. He took care of the football. He made smart decisions with the football. The defense still looked pretty good. I mean, they got after the Lions without who's the guy sitting out? Jones.
Yeah.
They looked good. The Chiefs, though, on offense looked lost without Travis Kelce, and it showed definitely. And Mahomes was trying to make plays, wide receivers were dropping the ball, but at the end of the day, when the game was over, they kept talking about I thought there was too much talk about the Chiefs and not giving the Lions credit for coming in there and in a hostile environment and getting the job done. And when it was 21-20, and they gave Patrick Mahomes the ball back, I go, here we go. All he needs is a field goal. It's over.
Yeah.
They hold them, drop pass here, and Lions get the victory. So good job for Detroit. And I'm a Packers fan, but I was rooting for the Lions to win this game. I can't stand that Kansas City wins all the time. So I was like, you know what?
Well, it changes.
I want Lions to win this game.
When Mahomes or when Kelsey was a last minute scratch, it changes the complexity of the game. You know, if you knew that information, you might have chosen it different. So
yeah. Well, it killed me in the points game because I picked this game at like 15 points.
yeah.
So
Well, I think I was right behind you at 13. I mean, I I gave the Lions a little bit of a chance, but not
too much.
a lot.
I was on the list here. And who do we got and why? You got Panthers at Falcons. This will be a very bad football game. Rookie quarterback Bryce Young going in, first game in the NFL against the division rival on the road. I think the Panthers win this one. I'm gonna give him his first win of the season of his career. The Falcons are not a very good football team. I don't even know who their starting quarterback is.
Yeah, nobody does.
No clue. The best player on the team,
John Robinson, is about
be
the only name
back.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're on the tank for Caleb Williams as well, but no clue who the quarterback is. They got rid of Marcus Mariota, which is the only not a good quarterback, but the only guy that played last year that was like, okay, he kept him in some games. But I got Panthers winning this football game on the road, rookie quarterback.
Yeah, no, I do too. I just don't think Atlanta has enough horses in the barn to really make a dent. Now, maybe Robinson is bigger than the deal, but that's only one guy, and I just don't think he has enough firepower and enough carries. I mean, he's only going to get maybe 20, 25 touches, or else, before you see him. So.
All right, we go on to the Bengals and Browns, and this is in Cleveland. Joe Burrow playing? Is Joe Burrow playing? Big question mark.
He is playing.
They give me I picked the
Bengals on the brink of his brand new backup the Brinks Trucks contract.
Yep,
$55 million a year.
Does that mean Dak's going to get 60?
It means the next guy up is going to get 60. That's what it means.
I got Bengals winning this one. We still don't know what the Browns are. We don't know what Deshaun Watson is yet. Maybe he surprises at home, but I got Bengals winning this game.
Yeah, I totally agree. Unless Burrow comes out and goes down with another injury and didn't let that calf heal, I fully anticipate that he does exactly that and does what he wants to do.
Jaguars travel to Indianapolis. I got Jaguars winning this one. Colts, we still don't know what they are. Their best player on the field's not there, and their running back. They reached their quarterback position with a rookie quarterback. He didn't play all that well in preseason. Jacksonville's maybe a little overhyped coming into the season after what they did last year at the end of the year. We're going to find out, but I think Trevor Lawrence and them get the job done. I think it's a closer game than expected just because the division, but I'm not sure. I'm not a big Anthony Richardson fan there in Indy, so give me Jacksonville.
Yeah, I don't think it's closer than you think. I especially with the loss of Jonathan Taylor, I do not think at all that Indy has a chance when it's the second they lost Jonathan Taylor. I didn't give him much of a chance with Jonathan Taylor. I give them zero chance without him.
Oh, we got Bucks traveling to Minnesota. Get your first Baker Mayfield in a new jersey, new uniform, new head coach, new game plan here. I got Vikings winning this one. I think we on the road in Minnesota. The Vikings are an interesting team this year. Their defense was horrible last year. They've had to get better in the offseason of that, or they're going to be looking for a down year. I think a lot of people are expecting them to lose more games than they did last season. They lost Dalvin Cook. They lost Adam Thielen. But I just don't trust Baker Mayfield. Game 1, new system with a new team. So give me Minnesota to take this one at home.
I want to go with Tampa Bay because I don't trust what Minnesota has lost. I think that's a very big loss for them. I think Justin Jefferson may be able to be double teamed and may have some things that aren't as open because they don't have the threat of Thielen. They don't have the threat of. I understand Madison is okay when he filled in for Dalvin Cook. He did okay, but he's never had the full blown workload of the number one back. And so I just think if as long as Baker keeps the ball safe, as long as he doesn't go out there and be crazy with it and throw some bad passes early on, I think they have enough weapons to win. The loss of their center will be interesting to see if that affects them or how that affects them. He's going to end up probably retiring, but give me the Tampa Bay in that game.
Tennessee travels to the Saints. You got Derek Carr and the new look Saints there. Give me the Saints. I mean, you got DeAndre Hopkins there with the Tennessee. I guess their quarterback still, what's his face? Tannehill. But I think the Saints defense is better. They get to the after the quarterback, and I think Derek Carr is going to have a good year. So I give me the Saints at home against Tennessee.
Yeah, I totally agree. I just don't think. I think even with Kamara being out, I think is okay. You know, to that they survive it.
Yeah, running back by committee type thing till he gets back.
Till he gets back.
49ers travel to Pittsburgh, and my head, this one's tricky because I think this will be a good game. You got two good defenses. You got Brock Purdy, who we don't know what he's going to be. You got Pickett on the other side, who looked decent at times last year. My gut told me to take the Steelers, but I'm going with my head on this one and go with the 49ers. Nick Bosa is playing that defense, and you got all the offensive weapons you got there on the 49ers side of the ball. So I went with Steelers to win on the road I went with the 49ers to win on the road against the Steelers.
Yeah, I don't know what your gut was thinking, but it's wrong because the 49ers defense is way too strong. And while Pittsburgh defense is good, I think
JJ Watt or
TJ
Watt.
TJ Watt, I agree. But I still think now Bosa hasn't played a snap and you know isn't real conditioned, so I don't know how many snaps he actually gets, but that defense is too good, and I think as long as Purdy's not compromised, and the elbow is okay, then I think that they're okay.
Cardinals on the tank train traveling to Washington. Give me Washington in this game. I think it's I think it's an easy win for them. I don't think anybody's picking Arizona to win this game.
No, a little bit of a wrench. Arizona throws a little bit of a wrench in it by last minute saying Josh Dobbs is the starting quarterback rather than what they were going to put out there. They had announced they were going to start the rookie, and they had also announced that Kyler Murray was not going to play this season, and they backed off on both of those since they said it. They said those are fake reports, and Kyler Murray will definitely see snaps this year, and Josh Dobbs is going to be the starter until he gets there. So that's a better chance of winning with Dobbs than what the rookie was going to give you, but I still don't think it's enough for this game. And I think Sam Howell, the raves about him in the preseason were, we didn't know he was this good. So you've heard good things about him, and they have a ton of weapons down there in Washington. So be interesting to see if Sam Howell's the real deal and they can put some points up there and go from there.
Yeah, they got some talent around him. So, if their defense plays good, I think they might have a better season than most think. Texans travel to Baltimore. I think Ravens win this one. The Texans, we don't know what they're going to be this year. They got a new head coach. They made some moves in the offseason, in the draft. They got their C.J. Stroud and a quarterback. Depends on, I guess, how you feel about him going into the NFL. But Baltimore, my only thing with Baltimore is, they got a good defense. Lamar hasn't played a game since I don't know when, and he might be a little rusty. But give me the Ravens at home. I think this one's kind of going to be an easy one.
Yeah, I agree. I don't Lamar, the question mark there, he hasn't played since week 10 of last season. Didn't even make the trip to the playoff game. Did he really lose the locker room, or have they forgiven him and welcomed him back with open arms? You got the addition of Beckham, OBJ over there, and so it gives him some weapons that he hasn't had in the past. And the defense has always been good. It just depends on how well that offense clicks and whether they've had enough time together to be able to do that. But yeah, I think the Ravens are strong enough that you just too many unknowns for the Texans.
Yeah.
And the Ravens defense can probably confuse Stroud pretty easily. So
the Green Bay Packers travel to Chicago, open up a season. I took the Packers in this one. That was before Christian Watson was out. There was rumors that Christian Watson and Dobbs might be out, which are our only two wide receivers worth anything. Dobbs is going to play. Watson's out. It's going to be a big loss for offense. We don't know about Jordan Love. This one's tough. Justin Fields, I don't think is a good quarterback. They have better weapons than we do right now on the offensive side of the ball. I'm sticking with the Packers. I mean, this is a coin flip for me. Is Christian Watson's presence going to kill our offense? And it could, but we'll see. I think we're going to run the ball heavily. I think we win this one on the road, and the Bears still can't beat us. Not too confident in that.
The Watson thing does hurt. But we'll see what kind of chemistry DJ Moore and Justin Fields have been able to build in a small amount of time. And because I don't think Fields played in the preseason with them, I don't think they played together in the preseason or had any things. So,
yeah, he played a little bit. He threw like he had 3 passes, and it was like 3 little screen passes, and that was
but none of them were to Moore, so like they didn't build a ton of
one was
deal chemistry. So I'm not a Fields fan. I'm going to go with Green Bay just because of I'm just not a Justin Fields fan.
Yeah, I think our defense is good enough to keep us in it, and if that's being the case, I'll take us over to Chicago. Raiders and Broncos, interesting one because Broncos were terrible last season. Is Sean Payton going to come in and be able to just change his team around? The Raiders went through heck last year, and I got Denver winning at home. I think Sean Payton's going to turn his team around to be what they can. I'm just not a big believer in the coach that the Raiders have. Jimmy G is okay, but give me Russell Wilson and the Broncos. Not too confident in that either, Jeff. Don't get too much confidence in that. But give me Denver at home. And I think you're going to see a completely different Russell Wilson this season.
Yeah, this is tough for me because I do have some faith in Garoppolo. I have some faith in him and working with Adams, and I think they can do some good things together. And I think that offense, I think he knows that offense, so he comes in and he's comfortable with the nomenclature with Josh McDaniels' offense. He's worked with him before, but I think you are going to see a Sean Payton's not going to let something like last year happen. He's just too good of a football coach to let the train come off the tracks. And I think he's going to make a statement in week 1 that, hey, we're a much better football team than we were last year. So I'm going to go. It
can't be worse. It cannot be worse.
If you are, you're going to be drafting Caleb Williams because that was a train wreck last year. I sat here and said there's a learning curve, but that wasn't even a
That-
learning curve. That was just a dumpster fire from the beginning. From the word go, I've never seen Russell Wilson play football like that in my life. He looked confused. He looked like
he never played. He looked
100%.
like
He looked like he was a rookie.
he was a
Or
walk
he
on,
looked like
undrafted.
he was the guy where he got drafted. Like he was Mr. Irrelevant down, like he was just
What Brock
confused.
Purdy should have looked like. last
Yes.
season.
I totally agree. That's what we expect some of these rookies to look like. And he looked confused. He looked dumbfounded. It looked like the offensive line didn't want to block for him. They were just letting people through. It just looked like a complete and total I quit. Like, if you want to look up I quit on my coach, like that's the definition right there. It was that last year. So I think he makes a statement, and I think come on, play some pretty good football and win a football game, especially at home.
Eagles go to the Patriots. I got the Eagles winning this one. They better hope that Mac Jones doesn't get hurt because they don't have a backup quarterback.
Yeah, Edelman, be the backup quarterback. I don't even think he's playing anymore. But
to me, this is just Bill Belichick going, when am I going to get fired?
Yeah,
He's trying to get fired.
Basically, how do I get fired? How to say I'm trying to get fired without saying I'm trying to get fired?
Yeah. Well, he drafted his draft pick this year. The first round draft pick was a third round lineman.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I mean, he was just like that guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just put a blindfold on.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah. This guy.
Boom.
Bill. That's way down the board. That's tomorrow. No. I want him now.
I want him now. Gotta have him.
He'll be here Wednesday of next week. Yeah, no, I want him now. Yeah. So,
show me how to get fired without showing me how to get fired.
Yeah. Because that's and I think they'll elevate the guy from the practice squad to be the backup. They'll put Zappy Hour over there and put a uniform on him. But still, man, this is now a couple different quarterbacks that it's been rumored that Kraft likes one guy and Belichick likes another guy. The same thing happened with Garoppolo. Same thing happened before. So I just think that those two don't see eye to eye anymore. And I believe Kraft put them all on notice that all your jobs are on the line. And he just said,
"Yeah, this is Bill Belichick's last season."
This is Belichick's way of getting him the double middle finger, saying, "I'll get a job 8 seconds after you fire me." So
this is his last year there, I think. But you got the Eagles.
Yeah, 100%.
Dolphins and Chargers should be one of the best games of the week.
That'll be the one I'm watching, locked in from the start to finish.
I got Chargers just because they're at home, and that's it. That's the only reason I got them is because they're at home. We still don't know. Tua's will be back. Yes, he's going to be healthy. Is he going to be able to take a shot? First time he gets hit, we're all going to cringe a little bit. Chargers, they're a good football team. They just got to put it all together in playoffs. So I think this should be game of the week. I mean, game of the week.
Talk about a hot seat. I believe the Chargers
playing for his job.
Is playing for his job. I couldn't believe he survived last year.
Blowing the 23-point lead in the playoffs. That
tells me that you might have some blackmail on the owner or something to that effect. But no, I want Miami because I think they're going to be a really good football team this year, and I think that division just really, really is going to be down to the wire, and very well may be a 3-team race, and so it'll be really interesting to see what Miami looks like after a very good season last year.
Rams travel to Seattle. Rams are without Cooper Kupp. He's going to miss some time. That's not
4 weeks. They put him on IR.
Yeah,
so
that's not
minimum of 4 weeks.
New. Stafford coming off injury. The rumors of they wanted to trade him before the deadline. They didn't.
Yeah, I think they're in shambles. I think that's a team in shambles.
I got Seattle to win this game.
Yeah. We'll see if Geno can
duplicate,
add to his back up the Brinks truck season, and he played really well last year and got himself a really nice contract, and we'll see if that continues, or if they're able to put something together. But I think the Rams are going to be in shambles.
I think they're going to completely fall apart, and this is where you're going to see them going out for and trading all those first round picks, this is where it's going to come and hit them back.
Yes.
And
I mean, you got what
and
you
that's
wanted.
it.
You got your ring.
Yep.
You traded all in. You went all in and traded the house for your guy, and it got your ring. Congratulations! But now blow
Now
it
you're
up
paying
and
it.
blow it up and start over and pay the piper for what you did.
Cowboys travel to the New York Giants Sunday Night Football. Would it be opening football without Cowboys Giants? I don't know. They play each other like every opening game of the year, seems like. My head said Cowboys, my gut said Giants. I'm going with my gut on this one. And usually I would go with my head, and I said Dak Prescott doesn't usually lose against the Giants, but
he's never lost against the Giants.
Yeah, he's like 27-2 against the Giants, I believe, something like that.
Look it up because
or maybe it was the division. I don't know.
That's the division. He's never lost against the Giants.
And that's why it's going to happen Sunday Night Football. I just think
I will bet you whatever you want.
I just think with the momentum Giants came off of last year.
You will run every route for the next 12 months.
I still think the Giants. I still think the Giants fall off a cliff.
That garbage right out the back door.
I still
gonna happen.
I still think.
And maybe if Dak Prescott misses the bus.
Let me talk. Maybe he misses the bus and they still win. Look,
even that Cooper Rush is probably okay.
Weirder things have happened. It's in New York. The Giants. I think the ball's got the team ready to run through a wall. I do think the Giants don't make the playoffs this year, and you know they're going to have a worse
make the playoffs, but we're going to beat the Cowboys opening game.
Game one, all the hype. You got Coach McCarthy running the offense, which is not a good thing in my opinion. For the Dallas Cowboys, his time management's terrible. We'll see. This one might bite me in the butt.
You don't need time management when you're up 40.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. We shall see. I think Dak throws a couple interceptions, and the Giants walk away with a game-winning field goal to win the game.
Well, clearly, the Shankopotamus kicker is not going to win the game.
Who you got? All right. Oh, obviously, you got Dallas.
Let me
by 41.
Surprising, yeah. Dallas by 1,000.
See, look. I look at each week and the games you think you know, the games you're like, oh, that's the. Everything changes in the NFL. You're not 100% accurate. I was like, I'm going through here, and my gut's saying this, and my head's saying this. I'm like, yeah, I'll lean with my gut. We'll see. We'll see. Now it's not going to surprise you if Dallas does win.
You ate some bad chickens or something.
I'm not out here pounding on the drum saying the Giants are winning. But I think the Giants do win.
Daniel Jones cereal. All right.
Oh no.
I don't think I'm hooking my cart to that horse. So,
are we doing a pick 'em between me and you this year like we did last year?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, if you're going to give me a game right here, I'll take it. Yeah.
Well, we picked the same games, except this one. And
I got the Dolphins.
You got the Dolphins?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dolphins, the Cowboys and Giants, and what was the other one? It was the what was it?
The Minnesota game. You took Minnesota.
I took Minnesota. You took the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
So those are our three. Bills and Jets. This one, going to be a good game. Aaron Rodgers at home is first. You know, he's been the most talked about quarterback in the offseason, the biggest pickup for New York. I got the Bills. I think there's still some
learning
curves for Aaron Rodgers in the new system. They do have a good team. The Jets had a good defense last year. They were missing a quarterback. We've heard that before, though, with the Denver Broncos, and they had a good defense. They were missing the quarterback, and I'm not saying the Jets are going to look that bad. I just think the Bills have something to prove. They're going to come out, and I think they're going to play angry that first game. I got the Bills winning this one. I think it's still a close game. I think it's a good game, but give me the Bills over the Jets.
Yeah, I think being at home, the Bills Mafia, loud.
No, it's in New York.
Well, it's not a far travel, so the Bills fans travel.
Yeah.
But no, as much as I want Aaron Rodgers to kill it because I got him in fantasy football and I need all the points.
No, he doesn't get a lot of points in fantasy. I'll tell you that. I've had it before. I'm like, oh.
I think he's on a mission to prove something, but I think Buffalo is going to. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be give Josh Allen the ball and win on a game winning drive last minute. Give me Buffalo.
All right, so we have the Giants game, the Dolphins game, and the Vikings game on who wins against us. I'll bring these papers, by the way, for our game to work on Monday, so we can calculate that. Or I'm going to calculate it up, but I need to bring it to work.
Just bring the rest of my money. The other one's in your desk drawer.
Yeah. Okay.
No, the money the Kansas City game stung, and
well, we got some people on here who picked the Lions. One guy
my
got
brother.
Like 9
my brother,
points.
yeah, my brother, all in. Him and my sister-in-law both. You know, I mean, he had it pegged from round one. So, but he has some other games on there.
Justin or Tony?
No, Troy, and then
Troy. Okay,
and
not
then,
Tony.
And
Troy.
then Justin is the guy he works with. They all picked. He must be running a pool up there because he got a bunch of.
I gotta look because if they all have the same numbers, I'm gonna be like, wait a minute, we can't do that. That's cheating.
Well, I don't. They have the.
I'm saying if they pick all the same teams and they all have the same numbers, I'm like,
yeah,
but they don't have. I think one guy had 3, one had 6, and one had 9.
So, the 9 is probably Homer Pigeon. And they pick the Giants because they can't pick the Cowboys. My brother refuses to pick anybody on the Dallas Cowboys team. He's like, can't do it. He's like, I'll trade him. I'll cut him. And so
that's funny.
Yeah,
they go against logic.
Oh yeah.
Well, look, I picked the Giants, so I'm not saying it's.
And I'm going to tell you the same thing I told him. Appreciate the freebie.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. You know,
you're running 2 routes Monday, if not, because I'm calling in sick because I'm not showing up if they lost.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah, that's. I don't think there's any chance. I think the Giants take a huge step back this year, and
I do too. I just think in one game, opening game of the fluky things will happen, and I think the Giants win by 3.
One of those flukes is Dak Prescott not making it the whole game. Then maybe, but I still don't think so.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and ask you that question, Craig, before we end the show here. What's in your locker for this weekend?
I'm going to go hang out and watch TCU curb stomp Nichols with the guys from work, and should be fun. And nothing tomorrow other than football. Probably do, everything prep for the next week, but no, just watch the NFL tomorrow, and been waiting for this all off season long, and I wish the Cowboys didn't play at 7:00, but try to manipulate a sleep schedule to at least watch the first half and at least maybe watch enough that I know that they're safe, that I can go lay down. So, but yeah, I just I'm excited. I get all the games with the TV. And I can scroll through them and have the red zone on, and I'll have about 3 or 4 boxes up, and have the fantasy pulled up on the phone and tracking that, and so it'll be interesting to see if these games play out how we think do, or if there's a bunch of surprises like there was opening night on Thursday. So, what about you, Ryan? What's in your locker?
All right. Well, I got the same thing planned for you tomorrow. Football. I'm going to go out with a buddy here in the neighborhood, Brandon, and we'll watch the Bears lose to the Packers, hopefully. I'm not doing much. I'm going to smoke some chicken for tonight and get ready for the Texas-Alabama game. And that's pretty much it. I've been on vacation this week. We did a trip last weekend, and it's just been a staycation all week, just kind of relaxing, taking a break from our very stressful job, as you would agree there, Craig. But I'm excited. I'm excited to get back into it a little bit next week. I don't know. The weather's supposed to be fantastic. It's supposed to be raining, which I don't like the rain, but it's supposed to be in the 80s. Um, I bought a virtual reality headset. Supposed to be here tomorrow. So actually, well, it was supposed to be here yesterday, and it got lost. So I had to call up Amazon, chew them out. They're sending me one. Supposed to be here tomorrow. So that's gonna be sick. We love that Beat Saber game. Have you played that Beat Saber game?
No, my youngest son has one of those. I've never put it on to see what it looks like.
So
He has the lightsaber deal,
Yeah.
so it's interesting. I've never played the boxing. Like supposedly it's all just super realistic.
Well,
But I've never put it on.
my brother-in-law has one. It's called the Oculus.
That's what Zach has.
Yeah, and the PlayStation has one, but PlayStation one's $550. I'm like, that's PlayStation 5.
I don't remember how much the Oculus one was,
and I don't think they're there yet with PlayStation 5 one. Like,
well, the PlayStation used to have the wands or whatever.
Yeah,
but it was never VR.
Yeah, they have a VR one.
Yeah.
And I asked Jeff about it because Jeff, if you want to know anything about video games, Jeff is the guy to talk to. And he said I wouldn't get it yet because we're not there yet with it. They're not making a bunch of games for it.
He said we're not there yet, like he works for PlayStation.
Well, PlayStation isn't there yet with it. So we went ahead and got the Oculus. It was $299.
Yeah. No, that's what Zach has, and he loves it.
The Beat Saber game, man. I'll get into that all day. All day.
He doesn't play it a lot, but he does. He would rather play the Switch, but he does play it.
I'm excited to play that. It was supposed to, we ordered it. It's supposed to be same day delivery on Friday. We're going to play this all weekend.
Yeah.
Didn't come today. I was pissed. So thanks, Amazon.
Maybe,
other than that,
maybe you'll end up getting two of them. Maybe the lost one will show up too.
That'd be awesome. I can sell that bad boy.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Recoup your money.
Yeah. So, we're running around on Monday all week, so I'm not looking forward to that. But thanks, work. Thanks, Greg.
Right at the end of the tunnel.
Right at the end of the tunnel. All right, guys. Well, that's the episode today.
Not a train, so.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think of our picks. I post a pick. I already posted it the other day. Picks out each week on TikTok. We do picks each game. Tuesday and Friday will be our episodes. Tuesdays will probably be a lot of solo of whoever is working the morning shift for me and Craig. So it'll be me through September, and then Craig the rest of the football season. But we'll see. We got to figure out a schedule for that. And then Friday, and then we'll have our normal show on Saturday, going over the picks for the next week, and we're still going to be talking some baseball as we get into the Rangers have completely collapsed, and it looks like their season's done with. We must be cursed. I don't know. Did you see that thing where Peyton Manning had it's some actor, and they were in Detroit, the Detroit Lions end zone with a bathtub, and he's with water and salt, and it's like how to break a curse, and they won on Thursday, so we're like, it must have worked. Well, damn it, Peyton Manning, you bring that freaking bathtub here to the Ranger Stadium and do the same thing, because something's going on here. But are the Giants are they in the playoff picture?
They are, but they went in the same tank with the Rangers, and they've lost about 4 straight, and they're about 2.5 out of the last wild card. So
we're 4-16 in the last 20 games.
I would be willing to bet that we're not much better.
Absolutely,
we lost. Got swept by the Braves. We got swept by the Cubs, and then we took one from there, and then lost to the lowly Colorado Rockies last night. So. Yeah.
Now losing to the Braves. Okay, that's
I get it.
They're the team to beat.
But the September schedule is a lot of Dodgers and a lot of Padres and a lot of Arizona. So it's not real pretty. You're gonna have to beat the good teams to. I'm sorry. somehow we came back and won that game last night after being down 6-0. They came back and won 9-8. So look at that. To see what happens when you go to bed.
Yeah, stop watching the games. Maybe one of
maybe I should just stop. Yeah, just the next day. So, all right, yeah, that's all. But they're one game over 500, so it's not like they're tearing up the planet. So,
all right, guys, that's the episode today. Watch some football tomorrow. Watch that Texas Alabama game; should be pretty good. God bless, and remember,
keep it outspoken.